Well, hello. This feels so weird actually picking up this vlogging camera again and being like, oh my God, am I actually going to do this? So if you have followed me on this channel, you will know that years ago, I loved vlogging. I loved YouTube. I loved creating content. I loved making long form content. And then I stopped doing it because Instagram took off, TikTok got busy, I launched Isle of Paradise. It was all about the other social media apps and I just didn't have time to edit everything. And then I had a reading recently where the reader was like, I really feel like you need to think about YouTube. So I'm doing what the reader said and I'm just gonna go with it. And if this resonates, if this makes me feel good, if I enjoy the process, I'm gonna keep doing it. But hi, YouTube community. I'm sure you follow me on the other apps, but if you don't, it's so nice to see you again. So I'm gonna need to set the scene of how I'm coming back, where I am, what I'm doing, because it is so different from the other kind of content and I'm like a different person anyway from what I was before in the other videos, and I'm never gonna delete them because I'm like, well, that's part of my life, and YouTube for me can be almost like a video journal, just like my Substack is almost like a journal that is public. So right now I'm in Bali. I have had the most incredible holiday with my husband, Dutch, who has this morning just flown to Singapore for work. So I'm sat inside our hotel room. I haven't made the bed. What's the point? I'm about to check out. And for the first time ever in my life, I am going on a solo trip. The reason I've come to Bali is because Dutch got a work trip to Singapore, and so we built a holiday around it. And then I was like, rather than me go home, why don't I stay in Bali and just do some spiritual soul searching? So I have booked some pretty heavy stuff, like shaman cleansing, full moon rituals. I've booked like healing, aura readings, palm readings, you name it, I'm doing it. And today I'm going from Nusa Dua up to Ubud. And I'm not on an eat, pray, love journey because I think that got so commercialized, but I'm going to experience a trip on my own and I'm going to vlog it and I'm going to create a journal and I'm going to just totally use this time to reintroduce myself to YouTube, but also start showing you a different side of me while I'm going on this spiritual journey. Okay, let's do this. Before I check out, actually, I've got to show you, we stayed in a lagoon room. So it means like on, this might steam up in a second. No, we're okay. Oh no, here we go. It means like we have this like seating area here, and then we've just been able to come down. Oh, we're steaming up again. And then swim out here. So nice. So very much appreciate these bathroom sliding doors. They're basically, you can tell I'm in my 30s now and I love renovation, but like they run on a track here, so it means they can come in and out. Love. I mean, for me, this is traveling light. Well team, we're off to a kick-ass start. We are off to a very good start. The journey to Ubud took 2 hours and I listened to Cleo de Sol, and it was the first time I've ever listened to her music and just totally lost myself on the journey. So nice. I've just checked into the most insane hotel. Like I knew it was gonna be nice, but let me just show you. And how I found it. I found it through Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I never booked through Mr. and Mrs. Smith because they take a massive cut from the hotel. So I just use it as a search engine and I always book direct. But oh my God. I honestly feel like if I could come back into the earth as a hotel, this would be it. Like everything about it, like the texture of this mat, the cushion on this chair, the 4-post bed, just all the things, like the crayons, because it's like somebody knew that I wanted to start drawing again when I was here. Let me show you, just over here, this bowl, how gorgeous. These beads, this, all of it. all of it, all the tropical plants, the bathroom, the wooden bath, I'm actually deceased for. The sinks, the rug in the bathroom dying. Then let me show you. So out here is my shower, which slightly nervous about doing a little nudie run, but fuck it, in for a penny, in for a pound. And then the reason I booked this room was that while I'm here, I actually want to work on some new projects. I want to create some new things. So I really envisaged me just sitting here, but I just sat down. I mean, these are the rice fields here. It's just started to rain, so I thought, oh, this is a perfect time for me to just stay in and just create some content. But I'm sat here just eating some fruit. I think this is a lychee. I think this is a lychee. I'm not entirely sure, but look at the texture of that shell. Nature is just so beautiful. Oh, fuck me, it's hot. I've had to put my hair up, and at the moment I'm growing my hair. It seems to honestly be growing at like glacial pace. Like, whatever I do to make my hair grow, it's just like, nope, not gonna do it, not gonna do it. So I'm in this like weird state at the moment, but whatever. This video isn't about hair. Yesterday, after I vlogged here in the hotel, I went to have a palm reading and a healing with this guy called Agus, who I found through Pinterest. I find Pinterest so useful when traveling. And I'd seen a couple of people go and they said it was like amazing. So yeah, I went and had this healing and palm reading, and it was the most surreal experience ever. I had no expectations, and I think that when you are going to do something spiritual, or you're traveling and you want to find somewhere or something, it's important not to have any expectations before you go. It's important to just lean in and let what's supposed to happen. So rather than, and for ages there was lots of back and forth with his team. He was going to go to Australia or something happened, and I was like, look, if I'm supposed to see you, I'm supposed to see you. I messaged him the day before and I was like, look, any chance you didn't go to Australia, your visa didn't work? Yeah, there we go. So I get there, I shoes removed, lovely coconut biscuits to start, and had to bathe in flowers in purified water for half an hour. And then he came to see me. Now he's got these really long nails, which some people were like, oh, it might be gross, but I was like, you know what, fuck it, in for a penny, in for a pound. If this is his thing, this is his thing. And he took me through to this room and laid me on this bed and blew he told me to shut my eyes, but I felt water spraying over me, or some form of like scented water. It was like quite maybe rose water, but I felt smoke being blown over me. And he was touching my third eye, touching my brow, my temples, taking the pressure out of me, stroking me, whispering things, like chanting. And I felt like this, I don't know, like this, something was leaving me. And I opened my eyes, and he told me, he said, oh, your soul is centuries old. Your energy is another level, which I was like, obviously, I've known this for some time. But yeah, he said, oh, this is like, yeah, you've been around a long time. And in a few lifetimes, I see you being a healer. I then had a palm reading, which I gave him my married name, which is not this name that I work under. So there's no way he could have known anything about me. And it just, yeah, he knew everything. Like the way that he could predict everything. And what I was like, oh my God, you're seeing me like right down to the core. Things like, you love helping people, you're kind, your work is around beautifying, you love beautiful things, you don't like anything that anybody else has got, you're not driven by money isn't important to you, it just flows as an energy, which is so true. And then we talked about children, we talked about career, And then afterwards, he then locked the ceremony. And then I had to walk round this roofed garden, well, a garden on a roof, 9 times, not looking left, not looking right, not looking up, not looking down, only looking at him. And then he took me into so we walked around 9 times, took me into this room and threw flowers over me, and then told me to pray for 1 wish for myself, 1 wish for my loved one, and 1 wish for the world. I really wanted to vlog the experience last night. I wanted to like phone my friends, I wanted to write about it, and I got a moped home and I was just in like a completely other place. It was like being in a daze. I just lost, I don't know, I just felt so free, and I was sat on the back of this moped just like, and it was whizzing through the traffic. I was like, I literally couldn't give a shit right now. So yeah, if you ever feel a calling to go see a shaman, to go see a healer, to just kind of like do something totally and solely for you, my advice is do it. My advice is totally do it. I'm here on my own on this journey of I just want to learn more. I just want to explore. I want to say yes to life. I want to lean in. And what some people might find weird, I'm interested by. Ubud itself is full of lots of different types of people. And I do think and you might agree, yogis, there is quite a wanky culture. And I find this with wellness, that there is just this wanky, pretentious, the goop wellness industry, and I just can't be fucked with that side of it. That to me is not what wellness is. It's about your journey, your spirituality, your purpose, your destiny, what your calling is. It's not about this judgy, aesthetically driven industry that unfortunately I think it's become. If that seems of interest to you, my advice is lean in and just look past all the wankiness that's out there, because that honestly is not what I find wellness at all. So yeah, that's my chat for today. Tonight I'm going to a full moon ceremony, which somebody on the review was like, it's nice if you're vegan and it's a bit weird, and I was like, yeah, a bit weird, I want to try this. I also had another aura cleansing this morning, which I will review in another video, but this is this video signing off. I'm just finding my feet again on YouTube, so bear with me. Thanks for sticking with me while I just ramble on, and maybe this is interesting, maybe you're connecting with this, maybe you're feeling inspired, maybe you want to leave me some advice below. I would love to reconnect with you, because this space on YouTube I'm so interested in exploring again, so hopefully you can make it fun. Okay, and maybe next time I might have longer hair and I won't have this mosquito bite here, and I think that's another mosquito bite there. Fab. Okay, I'll see you next time. Love.